Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, a woman who was allegedly part of a prostitution ring says she was told her clients would be legislators and police officers. We'll have more on the man accused of running that prostitution ring ahead this morning.
2 people have died after crashes that happened about an hour apart. What police are saying about the 2 crashes coming up.
And it's expected to be the second busiest Memorial Day weekend for travel ever. And we'll have what to expect out there on the highways and byways ahead on WKYT.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good Friday morning. It's finally here. I'm Michelle Chamberlain.
I'm Bill Bryant. Great to have you with us here on May 27th, late in the month, and heading for the Memorial Day weekend coming up on Monday. So the holiday itself. A lot going on and a lot of plans being made.
A lot of plans.
So you hope that the weather cooperates, right? Let's check in.
See.
Meteorologist Micah Harris says you'll have to sort of plan your days.
Yeah, you can plan your days around the storms. Listen, you're not going to get just widespread rain. And if you do, it's going to be late in the day, so there's absolutely no reason to cancel any plans anytime soon. Just know late afternoon off into the evening hours is your best chance of rain in the forecast the next few days. We're looking at first alert or weather outside with those temperatures in the 60s. It's a nice feel as you step out the door this morning and with dry conditions, 86 degrees by the afternoon with that small chance at a couple of rumbles of thunder. And the focus of the forecast is obviously your holiday weekend. I'm going to time those storms out for you. I'm going to show you which days have the better opportunity than the others. And also, what about the temperatures? Are they going up even more? I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Let's get to the news. We're learning some new details this morning about a prostitution ring that police say was run by a former Franklin County constable.
Yeah, one of the women that Thomas Bonta allegedly employed as a prostitute says she was told her clients would be legislators and police officers. WKYT's Mark Barber is at our live desk this morning with more on the case. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Michelle. The allegations that high-powered people were involved in this prostitution ring are outlined in court documents. However, those papers do not identify any police officers or lawmakers. According to the Kentucky Center for Investigative Reporting, a woman who claimed to work for Thomas Bonta said he told her that her clients would be upscale men who were married but wanted some excitement on the side. One woman said she had sex with a man in the Capitol Plaza Hotel for $500 and then saw that man on TV later. The 67-year-old, accused of running the prostitution ring, worked as a Franklin County constable from 2011 to 2014. Some of his alleged prostitutes were students at Kentucky State University, and one said that she was a student at Western Hills High School. According to court documents, Bonta's clients would often go to his home and a security business to have sex with prostitutes. He has been indicted on a number of charges, including promoting prostitution. His case is scheduled to go before a judge later this morning. From the live desk, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Thank you, Mark. 2 people have died after crashes in central Kentucky, and the 2 crashes happened about an hour apart. The first crash was on US 27 in Nicholasville yesterday evening. 2 cars hit head-on in front of Bethel Harvest Church. Police say 30-year-old Jeremy Hampton died. The other driver was taken to the hospital. An accident reconstruction team spent close to 4 hours at the scene trying to figure out why Hampton's car went into oncoming traffic.
It was raining at the time of the collision, but we don't know. That the accident reconstruction unit will pull the computers from the vehicles and it'll determine speed and that kind of stuff and if there was any braking. But you know, they've looked for evidence of hydroplaning and didn't find it on the initial inspection, but their investigation is far from complete.
Nicholasville Road was partially shut down for about 4 hours and reopened right before 9 o'clock last night.
A second deadly crash happened about an hour later on Interstate 75. Lexington police say they think rain played a role in that. They say a car headed southbound left the road, overcorrected, and flipped near the Athens-Boonesboro exit. The Fayette County coroner says 77-year-old Ronald Himes died at the scene. 2 women went to the hospital, one with head trauma, the other had minor injuries.
And it is tragic that there were 2 fatalities that close together. What my recommendation would be, especially when it's raining this hard, to just be careful. Give yourself some extra time, give yourself some extra space.
The southbound lanes were closed for about 2 hours because of the crash. And with more rain expected during the holiday weekend, stay on top of it by checking the WKYT weather and traffic app.
New details have come out about a double shooting in Laurel County. Landon Collins is accused of shooting Ralph Boggs and Garrett Turner at a home on Locust Grove Road. Deputies now say Boggs and Turner went to the home to confront Collins over a domestic issue with Boggs' daughter. Boggs was shot in the head, Turner in the stomach. Both men were taken to UK. Deputies say Collins didn't get far before they arrived.
Throw the gun out in the yard, and whenever our deputies rolled up on the scene, he was waiting for us at the road.
Collins is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, and receiving stolen property. While at the scene, deputies say they found a car stolen from Lexington. The suspect, Richard Bowling, approached a reporter from our sister station WYMT at the scene and told him he wanted to surrender. He is charged with receiving stolen property.
Witnesses jumped in to help after a woman flipped her SUV just over an hour ago in Lexington. We have video just in. Police say the driver was headed inbound on Leestown Road when she lost control on the on-ramp to New Circle Road. The SUV rolled over and into a ditch. A small fire was quickly extinguished. Police say witnesses helped get the driver out of her SUV. She does have some minor injuries.
So are you headed somewhere this weekend? Well, just be careful and take some extra time.
Right. Memorial Day travel expected to be the second heaviest ever, and nearly all of those traveling will be driving. WKYT's Mike Beyer is live with what to expect if you're going someplace for this holiday weekend. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Bill. It's Friday. You know what that means? We're well into Memorial Day weekend. A weekend AAA projects more than 38 million people will be on the road for. Now, the agency says this will be the second highest Memorial Day travel volume on record and the most since 2005. When you crunch the numbers, about 700,000 more people will travel compared to last year. Officials believe the reason is due to lower gas prices and cheaper airfares around the country. Now, before we hit the road, AAA is urging us to get our batteries and tires checked. At the same time, the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety and Kentucky State Police are reminding us to buckle up. In 2015, there were 588 people killed in motor vehicle accidents. Of those 588 people, 358 were not wearing their seatbelts. So to recap, get your batteries and tires checked, buckle up. Once you get all those checked off, remember to drive safe and just have a fun weekend. Live in Lexington, Mike Beyer, WKYT.
State police have started an investigation after volunteer fire department's 4 trucks were repossessed. First Government Lease Company in Northfield, Illinois, took the trucks from the Warfield Volunteer Fire Department in Martin County earlier this week. The company claimed loans taken out on the trucks were not paid back. Department leaders and county officials are trying to figure out who applied for the loans and why, since the vehicles were already paid for.
Right now, we're going to try to seek some legal aid and see what we can do if it was done legally, and go from there.
The department still has 2 fire engines and a rescue truck. They also are receiving help from departments in Inez and Kermit, West Virginia.
More University of Kentucky employees may be losing their jobs. UK announced it will lay off up to 75 people as part of an administrative reorganization. The staff and administrative layoffs will make up $1 million of nearly $6 million in cuts. This comes just days after the UK College of Arts and Sciences announced it will be laying off 30 employees because of a budget deficit. Seniors from 3 Lexington high schools will be graduating today. Lafayette, Dunbar, and Tates Creek High Schools will have their ceremonies at Rupp Arena. Lafayette High School's graduation is at 1, Dunbar's is set for 4 o'clock, and Tates Creek's will be at 7. If you're going to be heading to Rupp, remember that you do have to go through the metal detectors that were just added last month. By the way, Bryan Station and Henry Clay High Schools had their graduations at Rupp Arena last night, and they got to turn the tassel and go to the next chapter, right?
Fun time, huh? I found my graduation gown the other day.
Did you?
Covered in dust.
Did you put it on?
No. Fun time, but that's in the past, right?
I understand. Good to have you along on WKYT this morning. We're just getting started with all the latest news on your Friday.
A man led Arkansas police on an unusual chase after crashing into a building. What the man was driving when we come back on WKYT this morning.
And we're looking at that chance of rain in the forecast the next several days, but which days have the better opportunity and which days are mostly dry? I'm going to have that with your holiday weekend forecast coming up.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We are dry out and about early this morning, so everything looks good as you're walking out the door. I don't see any need for an umbrella. Not this morning. Afternoon, you do have a small chance to actually pick up on some of that rain, but I want you to see the movement of this. Yesterday, the movement of these were actually coming in toward the east. So that's when we started thinking, yeah, toward the afternoon, we could have a few thunderstorms. But this movement obviously is heading up toward Chicago and up toward Illinois, not toward our location. So what you got to look for, you got to look south of us. There's really not much going on south of us, so I just don't expect that much rain for today. However, if you get under one of these downpours, remember, it's still a 30% chance of rain. And if you get under one of those, it's very heavy rain. We're looking in the 60s early this morning. That's a really good feel. 64 now, down 64 and head over toward Moorhead. Rowan County at 66 degrees. Frankfort and also Shelbyville, they're in the mid-60s. Work your way southbound. All looks well down toward Monticello now. Yeah, really heavy rain for you guys yesterday at 64 degrees early this morning. We head towards your afternoon, off into the evening hours. Remember, smaller chances of rain, but we're still looking at that chance, that opportunity. Graduation later on this afternoon and evening. Does not look like we're going to have a great chance at that time, but there's still a chance. I keep saying that as most stay dry. But you get under one of these, and yeah, you'll still get those heavy downpours. We've got the spring trade days going off toward the weekend there in Richmond. And let's talk about your weekend, because you get the Horsey 100 from Georgetown to Frankfort, Frankfort to Versailles, and then Versailles back to Georgetown cycling event, which hundreds of people will be involved in that. If you are doing plans, if you're going out to events this weekend, Saturday is going to be your better opportunity of rain. It's not a washout, don't get me wrong. You will get a lot of dry time with the weekend, but you'll still get that chance to have a passing shower or thunderstorm. So just know that for the weekend, the better opportunity for both of these days will be Saturday as opposed to Sunday. Sunday and Monday actually look mainly dry, only a 30% chance of rain for both of those days. But like Michelle was talking about earlier, look at every day, 30 to 40% chance of rain. I haven't changed this since Monday. I mean, I've changed it. I've edited it. But you didn't have to change really much to it. I mean, we're talking 30 to 40% chance of rain every single day. And temperatures there in the mid-80s. Guys, like I said, stick to your plans. Go out and about. You remember yesterday, I mean, we had about 7 hours that was dry, and then comes some thunderstorms. So why would you cancel your plans if you're just waiting on those thunderstorms?
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So stick to it. Just know you'll have to adjust around some of these thunderstorms.
Yesterday we had the rain this time of day, and we're not having that this morning.
Yeah, we're not having that. In fact,
hey, at least it's warm.
That's true.
Cold rain is never fun, right?
Well, there you go. And that's a good side of the coin, right? Micah, thank you. 5:15 right now.
A man led Arkansas police on an unusual chase after crashing into a liquor store.
After causing significant damage, the man took off in a forklift. Police say after multiple attempts to pull the man over, they finally arrested him. They say alcohol bottles were found inside the forklift. Police determined the forklift was stolen from a construction site before he crashed into the liquor store.
Yeah, he could have picked something that wasn't so easy to see, I guess.
Right. It's pretty much gave himself away when he showed up. Okay. 5:16 in the morning, Friday on WKYT as you get ready for your Memorial Day weekend. Hope you make it a real nice one.
Yeah, when we come back, we'll have a look at your money.
Mortgage rates are rising, and many Americans want their Social Security benefits early. I'm Marley Hall, and I'll have those stories and more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back in Friday morning on WKYT, heading for the Memorial Day weekend at 5:19. Mortgage rates are rising, and many Americans want their Social Security benefits early.
Marley Hall has the latest on your money.
30-year mortgage rates jumped this week to 3.64%, but rates have been below 4% since the beginning of the year. Analysts say that's helping to create demand for home purchases. A mixed session on Wall Street Thursday. The Dow lost 23 points. The Nasdaq gained 6. A judge threw out a request from Verizon to hold 2 union locals in contempt. The company says striking workers damaged the vehicles of non-union replacement employees. Verizon claims those on strike have threatened, intimidated, and harassed non-union fill-ins since the walkout began on April 13th. A new Associated Press poll finds 4 in 10 Americans plan to dip into their Social Security benefits before reaching full retirement age. Americans can begin collecting as early as age 62, but their benefits will be reduced by up to 30%. The data also showed 44% of Americans report Social Security will be their biggest source of income during retirement. That's your Money Watch. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. In New York, I'm Marley Hall.
Well, are you tired of forgetting your password? Google may soon have a solution for that.
The company is testing a program called Trust API that would use multiple smartphone sensors to determine if it's really you trying to log in. Now, with this program, bank apps will require a higher recognition score than, say, a social media app on your phone. Trust API will constantly operate in the background and will even know if it's your finger on the screen. The program could be available to Android developers by the end of the year. I could use that. Could you?
Might be a problem solved, right? Yeah.
It would be pretty
nice.
nice.
Well, then you have to change, some of the sites make you change so often when you're doing your
right. You tend to forget
logins and so forth. Time this morning is 5:21. Coming up next, a look at some of the stories we're working on this morning, and of course our top stories on the way.
And sports is on the way.
We've known for a long time Jamal Murray was going into the NBA draft. Well, what's he been doing to prepare for the draft? You'll hear from him next. John Calipari comments on De'Aaron Fox and the UK baseball team anxiously waiting on the NCAA selection show on Monday. Sports is on the way.
We're looking just fine early this morning as you walk out the door. No umbrella will be needed. And once we hit the afternoon, looks like we will have that small chance of rain. So starting off pretty pleasant. There by noontime, I still don't see much of a chance of rain. We're mainly dry now through about noon. And then afternoon, you'll have that small chance at a couple of pop-up thunderstorms here or there. As most stay dry, but still that 30-40% chance of rain sticks with us again today with mid-80s in the forecast. I'm going to go over your weekend forecast coming up first. Let's check out sports.
Jamal Murray is a projected lottery pick at next month's NBA draft, and he's been working out with other draft hopefuls, getting ready for the big night of June 23rd. Now, Draft Express projects Murray to go number 6 to the New Orleans Pelicans. Matt McGann had a chance to sit down with Jamal and ask him what he's been working on and how things have been going.
Go to the gym from about 10 to 4, work out, weight lift, we'll do some yoga, maybe get a massage, and then we go back and just get our feet up and relax and then do it all again over again. So.
What are some of these trainers, these coaches, what are they drilling you on? What are some of the things that they want to see you improve on here in the next few months?
Now we're working a lot of ball handling, 2 balls, 1 ball. Just try and improve on that, make sure my dribble's crisp, showing that I can play the point guard position. And then on top of that, working on my shooting, making sure I'm hitting shots and being efficient. So those are my 2 main things I'm trying to keep up with.
Kentucky fans learned Wednesday Isaiah Briscoe is coming back for another year. The Cats also have De'Aaron Fox coming in to play point guard. Now, Fox is a 5-star player, McDonald's All-American out of Texas, so he brings Cal another top-tier point guard. Fox picked the Cats over Kansas, LSU, and Louisville. He said John Calipari made him a priority from the beginning, and Cal has called him the general. He offers great speed and maybe the best defensive guard in the class.
I don't think he liked that I called him the general, but De'Aaron Fox, people just come to him. He's one of those kind of guys. He makes everybody better, and he's got John Wall kind of speed. We got to get him shooting more consistently.
The Kentucky baseball season now rests solely in the hands of the NCAA committee. The selection show is Monday, so the waiting game will feel much longer than the next 3 days. Kentucky entered the SEC tournament on the NCAA bubble. They lost to Alabama. That certainly did not help. For the players, they all used the same word yesterday to describe the wait, and that word is anxious. That is a look at sports. Enjoy your Friday.